Hi everyone, this is Jackie from Baubles, also known as Titi Gordy. I'm really excited because I'm kicking off a brand new series of charm bracelet collections, and I'm starting with one of my favorite charm bracelets, and I have many in my collection, and I will be doing a series of different charm bracelets that I have because they're all sort of themed. But this first one I'll be starting with is called Juicy Couture. It's actually a charm necklace, and I have two of these charm necklaces. This one is Juicy Couture, and then I have another vintage one that I'll be showing you at some point. But we'll be exploring each of these charms, and I'll tell you a little bit about them, maybe a little story behind them. And so without further ado, let's get started. A little bit about what I'm wearing today. This is an amazing, gorgeous vintage, it's like a wool blouse that's with iridescent aurora borealis type sequins. Kind of has that fish scale look. This is a vintage necklace with dripping in gorgeous aurora borealis stones and pearls. This ring here is not vintage. It's probably in the last 5 years from Ann Taylor, I believe. This amazing, gorgeous 6-row prong set, vintage with a safety clasp, and it is aurora borealis. And this is a Martin bracelet with a heart. It says L&D, and it has born in the US. And these really cute chandelier aurora borealis vintage earrings that are clip-ons. And so, without wasting any more time, let's get started with the charms. Yay, the charms! Let's get started with the first charm I've ever purchased, which is this charm right here. This is a lucite encrusted rose charm. And I bought this because, first of all, I love collecting charms. And so when I saw this, I thought it was adorable. And I bought this one because of my daughter's middle name. It's Rose. And I felt that, this would be, a perfect example of jewelry that kind of gives you remembrance of somebody that you care about deeply. And that's my daughter, Sophie Rose. So that's the first charm. And this charm is worth about $150. That's how much this charm goes for. And what I did was, before I started this series, I went online and I priced out all the charms and what they go for on different websites like Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark. This is a perfume charm, and I bought this at the thrift store, and it came with a couple of other charms. I was lucky to get a charm bracelet with about 3 charms on it, and I think I paid $15 for it. But this perfume charm actually goes for about $30. And what I like about this is that it has a little J charm on it. And my name is Jackie, so the J represents me, even though it's from Juicy Couture. Another thing I found out afterward is that it actually glows. So I'm gonna add this to my collection of jewelry that glows, which I'm planning on doing a series on. This charm is a boombox charm, and boombox goes for about $30, which I was a little disappointed in because I thought that this charm would go for a little bit more than that. Look how adorable it is. I grew up in the Bronx in the 1980s, and so this reminded me of my childhood. It has this really adorable cord that's wrapped up, and so this is my boombox charm. This is a Petit Four charm. This one goes for about $30, I want to say. But it opens up. It has live for sugar. And inside is this gorgeous chartreuse colored enamel. And this is a Petit Four. And this reminded me of my trip to France. And so that's why I got this charm. And this probably goes for about $35. This is a limited edition skull. This charm is super cool. And they have one in the series, it kind of has that sugar skull. And I'm hoping to snag that one. These go for a lot of money though, because they're limited edition, because they're highly sought after. This charm right here, let's see, goes for about $200. This is crazy and ridiculous. I believe I bought this maybe 10 years ago, and TJ Maxx, believe it or not. I still have the container, and so that's how I remember how much I paid for it, which was, I think, $35 at the time. Here's another charm, another limited edition. The limited edition charms go for a lot more money, and this one probably about $200 because it's the limited edition. It's enamel. It's got this beautiful bow. It's Christmas, and it says, "Santa baby, I want juicy." Look how cool that is. Juicy Couture started, I think, in the 1996, and they were acquired, I want to say, in 2004, and then thinking around 2010, and I might have these dates all wrong, but it's more or less around that time frame. They started to be sold. They closed down all their stores and all the locations, and they started to sell in Kohl's. So the height of these charms were probably in the 2000s, the early 2000s to 2014. That's when you're going to see where most of these charms. So I'm a little out of date, but I don't care because they're gorgeous. They're little sculptural, you know, magnificent pieces, and I think they're going to just continue to be collectible, and they're going to continue to grow in value. So whenever I see them, I buy them, and I do buy them. I buy them in thrift stores and for a lot less money. This one's really, really adorable. Look at that with the tiny little crayons. The ones that I like are the ones that are like this, you know, that are a little bit animated. They have movement. They're just cute and adorable. This one goes for about $200 too. The safe, this one I bought, and I was surprised that it's not worth more than I thought. The red safe is about $75, and I love this one because it's functional. It opens up, and let me open it up for you because it's like two parts to open it up. You gotta pull the lever down and then open at the same time, and it has, you can see the mechanical mechanism over here. So you gotta pull the little lever down. This is the lever right here, and open at the same time. So you almost need two hands to do that. The wheels move, so the wheels do have movement, and inside is this adorable diamond ring. So it says "Totally Secure Couture." That's what it says in the back. And I would have thought this was a $200 charm, but it's not. It's a $75 charm. Of course, that's not no bargain, but it's really, really, really adorable. Look at that, how cute that is. This charm here is an enamel frog with the crown. The crown is the part of the logo, and I have some crowns here I'm going to show you because I do collect crowns, believe it or not. This guy reminds me of Puerto Rico because the mascot of Puerto Rico is the cookie frog. So when I saw this guy, I had to get him. He runs for $85. I'm surprised about that one. I thought it would be a lot less, but they call this the frog prince. Girls and ladies out there, if you're looking for your prince, keep kissing those frogs. This is a Pegasus, and I believe this was one of the ones that came in the thrift store with 3 other charms. But when I was a kid, I used to love Greek mythology, and the Pegasus is one of the ones that I just love that creature. So this is a really, really cool charm. The Pegasus, let's see how much he goes for about $85. So he's no cheapie. This charm, this is my only silver charm, and this one does come in gold, and oh well, I got the silver one. This charm reminds me of New York, where I live, and so I had to get a New York City cab like this. They don't even have cabs like this much anymore. Most people take Uber or Lyft or whatever, but this is quintessential New York, and so I had to get this charm. And this taxi charm goes for $50. This is Cinderella's carriage, and what person doesn't want to be a princess? And this was one of the charms that I did find at the thrift store, and it came with a couple of other ones. And this actually comes in a box series, and I think it's the fairy tale series. And the pink carriage goes for $40. This is one that comes in a box series. It's rubber. It's probably one of the least expensive charms that I have. And this runs for about $10. It says choose Juicy, and it's a probably one of the bigger charms that I have. And it's lightweight. It's very thin. When I purchased it at the thrift store, somebody stuck a little sticker on it, and I just kept it in there. But this one runs for about $50. That's how much these charms go for in eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark. This one's a very special one for me. Unfortunately, you know, when you wear these charm bracelets and you wear multiples of them, they tend to ding and scratch, and you got to be careful. If you don't want your charms to be dinged and scratched, you might not want to wear them all together like I like to wear them. Or if you are going to wear them like that, you have to be very careful. And in this case, I wasn't so careful, and unfortunately, I damaged this one. But this one was a gift from my daughter. She knew I started collecting charms, and so she bought me this about 10 years ago when she was a little girl. Here is one of the charms that I got from the thrift store. Like I said, I find them at thrift stores, and sometimes they come 2 and 3 in a charm bracelet. So I got a little lucky with this one. This one is a high heel. It's black, and it's not one of the more expensive ones. And they have a whole bunch of these shoes. So you can do a whole collection of charms in just using the shoes. This black high heels was about $30. Isn't that cute? This is a very, very special charm. This is my King Tut Charm. This charm has a sarcophagus in the inside. So this is what it looks like. You open it up and out pops the mummy. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I just love this one. This one has enamel. It has the enamel. You got to be careful with the sarcophagus because he came off his chain, and I had to re-chain it. And they're hard to do that. You don't want to lose the mummy, because if you lose the mummy, it diminishes the value. And this is a $75 piece, and I thought it would be worth more. But it's not limited edition. It has the rhinestone. King Tut's tomb was explored in the 1930s, and it started the whole Egyptian craze that I love. And so I had to get this guy. This guy here is my parrot, and he has these articulating wings. So you open him up like this. See how he could fly? He's got enamel wings, enamel on his tail, and he's got these gorgeous little rhinestones. Again, if you wear these in multiples, you have to be careful that the rhinestones don't get lost, because it does diminish the value of it. And I was shocked to see that this one was worth a lot of money. And I believe it, you know, I didn't write it down. I think it was $200. Either $100 or $200. Either way, I think it's ridiculously expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think I bought this at TJ Maxx for about $25. But what I found out about this guy, and made me understand perhaps why it costs so much money, is that he glows. This charm glows. So what I started to do is put the black light on a lot of my jewelry, because I'm surprised how much of it glows. And this is one of the guys that glows. This is a Be Mine lollipop. And this one doesn't have an enamel, but it does have the rhinestone with the lucite. I love lucite. So this is a lucite piece that glows. And this is the first charm that I bought, and it's roses encased in lucite. This is my Be Mine, and believe it or not, $50. So here is a palm tree with rhinestones and pearls for coconuts with gold metal stump. And I got this one. Actually, this came in a set. There were several other ones with it. The palm tree goes for about $30. And I got this one because, again, my family's from Puerto Rico. And, of course, Puerto Rico, the palm trees and frogs remind me of Puerto Rico. So that's what this one is about. This is a suitcase, and I wanted to do some traveling. Well, I just started to do some traveling, and so this was my travel charm. This is really, really cute because it's got these movable hands, little handles, and it has this cute J baggage tag, and my name is Jackie, so that's awesome for me. And if you pull this guy apart, you got to be careful. You don't want to break these things. It has just the white enamel on the inside. On the edge right here, you can hardly see it, but it says World Traveler, and it has these gorgeous little stickers all over. It has the J for Jackie, I'm going to say. Juicy Couture etched on the other side. Hotel Juicy. It's just really an adorable, adorable piece. This one goes for about $50. Now, for the piece de resistance, my favorite, my absolute favorite charm of all is this limited edition 2014 charm. And it's the jewelry box. Now, I can't tell you all the reasons why I love this charm. I mean, there's just, first of all, it looks incredibly well-made, well-crafted workmanship. It's like a little miniature piece of art. It's just stunning. It has the crown because you're a princess. It has these pink rhinestones all over the top. Look at that. It has the pink enameling. It's incredibly stunning. And when you open it up, it has that little ballerina. I can't tell you how much I loved my jewelry box when I was a kid. And it had this dancing ballerina on top. She's got a rhinestone for a face. So this reminds me of the jewelry box, and I'm a jewelry collector. So this is just perfect for me. But look inside. Inside you see a pearl necklace. You see a beautiful tiny little miniature ring. You see a chain, and the chain has a J on it for Jackie, not Juicy Couture, Jackie. This is my all-time favorite. And this one goes for about $200. And I would have happily paid $200 for it, but I didn't pay that much because I refuse to pay top dollar for anything that I have. I don't remember how much. I think I paid $50 for this one. But because it was very special, I had to get it. Then we have this umbrella charm. Ooh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. And you can see the little crystal raindrop. On the inside, look at the detail of the inside. Ooh, I have the hiccups. And on top, it has these tiny little Swarovski crystals for rain. And that is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. That's a $200 limited. I don't think it's limited edition, actually. But it should be because it's stunning. But it's a $200 piece. I'm getting towards the end. Here is a Converse sneaker. This sneaker came with some other charms, but my daughter used to wear sneakers like this. And so when I look at this charm, it really reminds me of my daughter Sophie when she wore her Converse. She loved her Converse. And it says, smells like couture. Sure does to me. And these are just, this charm here is the peace sign. My daughter and I went and visited Woodstock about 2 years ago. And then right after that, I saw this charm and it sort of reminded me of our trip to Woodstock. This says, peace, love, and couture. It's enamel with rhinestone set and gold plating. And these three charms are just very inexpensive charms. And so this one is a heart. This one is just a round circle and it has the company logo. And this is a key. That, my friends, was my Juicy Couture charm, in this case necklace. And so I actually found this necklace at the thrift store recently, and that's probably what prompted me to do this video too, and start a new collection of videos on my charm bracelets. This I ended up spending about $15 for it. I really didn't want to spend that much money for a gold necklace, but I knew I had a lot of charms, and so I knew I wouldn't be able to find another necklace like this for that price. And it does have the clasp here with the company logo, and it came with a couple of charms on there too, like I think 2 charms on it. And so I said it was worth it. I ended up buying it. I'm so glad I did. But this is what it would look like on. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and here are some other bracelets that when I buy these charms at the thrift store, they come with. This one here, and this one says Royal Couture Juicy. So you can get a bracelet like this. This is another bracelet, and this one has the hearts, and it has that toggle clasp with the logo crown on the logo. And I think one of the charms that are on this necklace goes to this bracelet. And then this simple charm bracelet, and it did have some charms on it. It doesn't have the logo, but I'm pretty sure it's part of the Juicy Couture brand. So you can get a variety of different types of bracelets, including, as I did here, this necklace. I'm so glad I ended up buying it, because I would have regretted it, even though I didn't want to spend that kind of money. Let me show you some of the boxes and some other stuff here.